Hello, it's Liz from Artist Liz on YouTube, and I thought I'd just go into a few cards today about the secret language of light and the transmissions from the soul. These cards are really, really beautiful and very special. And it's strange because I was going to just do like one card at a time, meaning like my love letters card, the heart cards, which I'm going to continue that. And but as I was shuffling, 5 of them came out, and I think it was 3 were right in order. I don't know, maybe it was 6 cards. 4 were in order, like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then 2 and 4. So I found that to be interesting. They just to fall out like that. So I'm going to start with the first card and I'm going to go in the order of how they fell out. So the first card, you'll see how beautiful these cards really are. So this is called the Soul Craft. And you can see all the detail there. The beautiful light in the center. That divine light. Our soul, the light of our soul. Okay. All right. So, Soul Craft. Life happens from you, not to you. The thoughts, ideas, and topics you incessantly discuss are crafting your life. So focus on ones that make your heart smile. You are ready to receive answers from your soul about any topics, thoughts, or ideas you want to change. Be wise in your crafting, and the path of least resistance will call you. That's been mentioned before in a few of the videos I've done, and pre-recorded videos like this. I've seen that pattern before of the least resistance. Okay, so going on, different soul vibrations will inspire different actions. If you are feeling tired, your inspired actions will be to rest or to sleep. If you are feeling love, you will be inspired to do things that emulate love in your day. We all sense with our soul, but often override it with the rational mind. Trust your soul is bringing you the most up-to-date information. Now, meditation. Place the card at your heart and close your eyes. Okay, so envision this first card. If you want to go back once the video is posted, you can do step by step and pause. Okay, so place that card, even though you can't place it literally, picture it. Okay, the card at the heart and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and move your awareness to a place in you that feels balanced and soft. As you breathe out, let go of any resistance in your body or mind. Anything that feels hard. Focus on your breathing until your whole body feels soft and relaxed. And know that you can control how you feel by focusing on the softness within you. If you find yourself being distracted by the outside world or your thoughts, gently bring yourself back to your breathing and your soft inner world. Float in this space for at least a minute and allow your soul to reveal your highest, most loving, fun, exciting, abundant way to be in this world. When you feel ready, open your eyes and know how special you are to your soul and the universe. Now, I'll just stop there for a second. This is just a really short kind of meditation. So you can really kind of do any meditation that you like, or just listening to soft music that you find helps to bring you to that space, that different level of consciousness. Basically is what meditation is. It's releasing, as it says, to not be distracted by other things around you. It does take practice. You know, meditation can take practice, but you can't do it wrong because, you know, whatever makes you feel more relaxed, it did something for the better. So, you know, just keep going at it. And that's a small enough or a short enough, easy enough meditation that you could, if you wanted to do it a few times a week or something like that, just to help you kind of get that breath going in the rhythmic way for your body, for your mind and soul. Okay? All right, so inspired reflections and actions. Meditate for at least 5 minutes a day. This is a way to reconnect with your soul and create your dreams. Think in energy instead of time frames, just for a day. When you become an energetic match for your desired thoughts, you will meet them. There is no set time frame. At night before you go to bed, step back from your life. The larger your view, the clearer your actions will become. In the morning as you wake up, stay in this larger view of your life and note what inspired actions drop into your mind. Okay? So I always try to, before I know I'm going to, okay, I'm finished watching whatever, you know, because I like to watch TV before I go to bed. I stopped watching a lot of action films because I'm an action film buff. Scary stuff before I go to bed, because you don't want to carry that into your dreams. You want to kind of watch either something that's funny or a good-hearted story, whatever, before you get ready to go to bed. So, but when you do and you turn the TV off, I always recommend turning the TV off if you can once you're finished. Sometimes I fall asleep with it on. The other day I fell asleep with the cell phone in my hand. So I can understand, like, when you're really, really tired, you know, lights out sometimes. So, but if you can, try to turn the TV off, because what it does is it keeps your mind focused on trying to connect with the sound it's hearing, whether you are awake or not. So if you can turn it off, it's going to rest more and relax more. So turn your TV off, take those few breaths in. You know, if you want to play a little light music that, even with a timer or something, that eventually it won't play for the whole night. And let go of the day's, you know, actions or whatever that has happened that day. Try to quiet your mind, so that helps a lot. So journal work, okay? Draw or write about 3 things you want to do in your life that others can't talk you out of. Important. First of all, unless they're harming someone, if it makes you happy, it brings you joy, it's something you've wanted to try or accomplish, don't let other people talk you out of it. Go for it, okay? No matter what anyone says, you know you will do or experience these things because it feels like the right thing for you to do. You will know. Pay attention to that. What you focus on, you create. Everything else falls away from lack of attention. So, like I was saying, the news you heard all day, or the chaos and all of those other things, we don't need to focus on that, especially before bed, okay? Because you don't want to take that energy with you when you go to sleep. You want to have the calmest, most peaceful, kind of pure, beautiful, even divine energy with you when you go to sleep, when you go into that different level of consciousness. Okay, so that was the first card. Again, another look at that. Just a really stunning, beautiful card. Okay, that light source there, the divine light, the one source, the one force. Beautiful. Okay, so that was the first card that came out. So the second card that came out is Remembrance. Remembrance. Okay, look how beautiful that is. Okay. Recall your soul truth. You are ready to live your life from the wisdom of your heart. You may have been citing 1111 as a reflection of this. That's been happening to me a lot. I mean, a lot. 1111, other numbers too, like those angel numbers, but the 1111 a lot. And I'm hearing other people saying the same thing. So anyway, so you are ready to live your life from the wisdom of your heart. You may have been citing 1111 as a reflection of this. If not, you can expect to be receiving this sign soon. You may see it on a clock. That's how I see it a lot. Sometimes even my cell phone. But the cable box, for some reason, is a big culprit of that. Okay, so you may see it on a clock, a phone number, a receipt, or in a dream. With this wisdom, fresh and innovative ideas will flow into your mind as new ways to live your life. No one else has to change their ways, only you. Live from your heart, be an inspiration, and discover a new world. Okay? Some call 1111 an awakening code, an activation code, integration. You must have awoken on some level to receive it. Okay? Changing that vibrational level. It is a sign that you are much more than you think you are. Okay? 1111 has many different explanations because we are all asking different questions in our lives. There is no right or wrong meaning, okay? But at the heart of 1111 is loving, intelligent energy, okay? That will always encourage you towards your soul, where you will remember the truth of you. Okay, it appears that these cards each have their own meditation. Okay, so here is the meditation. Do this meditation when you see 1111, if you can, not while you're driving, okay, obviously, or, you know, when you're in a doctor's office or whatever. Just a minute, you know, like, hold on, doc, I'm going to do this quick meditation. So anyway, okay. It is designed to unite the perception of the mind with the feeling of the heart, so the fullness of 1111's message can be revealed. Place the card at your heart again. Here, this is what it looks like. So when you listen to this video, even if you have to take screenshots of the card, you just picture that with when you get to each, and you can do one meditation a day. You don't have to do, because, you know, 6 cards fell out today. I don't know, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, about 6 cards. Okay, so let me not interrupt myself. So, okay, place the card at your heart. Close your eyes and slow your breathing. In your mind's eye, see or feel empowering blue light embracing you and flowing with your breath. Blue light clears the way for full communication with all your senses. Now think about what was going through your mind just before you saw the 1111. What thoughts were you thinking of? Be honest with yourself. The small or the mundane are just as important as the obvious. Okay, sometimes there's more information in the mundane, in those little moments. Okay, when you have identified the thoughts, turn them into a color. When you have identified the thoughts, turn them into a color. Now, what were you feeling just before you saw 1111? What sensations were moving through your body? When you have identified your feelings, imagine they become a color, different to your thinking color. See both of your colors side by side and bring them together to create a new color. This will be fun for the artists out there, such as myself, but yeah. You don't have to be an artist to do this, by the way. So anyway, your new color shimmers with your truth. You know, that's kind of cool in a way, because that can then become a color just for you that you can use in other meditations. Okay, it doesn't have to be this particular way that they're describing to do a meditation. Okay, now your new color shimmers with your truth. It grows to embrace you. Breathe it in and let it fill you. Now take notice of the first thing that comes into your awareness, as this will be a symbolic form of your answer. It may be a word, phrase, person, symbol, or another color. An answer is forming and will drop into your thoughts, now or later. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, open your eyes and know you are wise now. Because when we meditate, we may not always realize that in those quiet moments and your mind is somewhere else on either a different realm or a different level of consciousness, there's information there. There's messaging there. There's peace there. Okay, some may even see loved ones that have passed on. Okay, even animals. I always talk about animals because they are beings. They are special. They were sent here for us. They are from the divine angelic realm. Okay, they are to teach us. We can learn a lot from them. Okay, inspired reflections and actions. Moving on to that. When you see 1111, stop what you are doing and do the above meditation, what I just mentioned, okay, or some variation of that. Pick your own, whatever suits you, okay? That's what this is really about, is finding what suits you, like the color, okay? A phrase or something you get while you're in that kind of meditative state. That's for you. That can be your own personal, you know, message or color or imagery that you see. Okay, so you're starting to develop what belongs to you from your soul. Okay, with time and practice, this will become your natural response to 1111, and answers will effortlessly arise within you. Okay, set yourself free by being in the divine timing of 1111. Divine timing means being fully present in the moment. Don't hold back. Allow every aspect of you to be acknowledged and loved. When you see 1111, take time to get clear about what you truly love. Shift your focus from what you think you must do to experience what you love directly onto what makes your whole inner being smile. Okay? So journal work for this card. Create a section in your journal called 1111. It's a great idea, because then moving forward, every time you see that number, if you have the time and you're at a place, or try to remember, when you get home, write it down in your journal. I think journals are fine. I did a little bit of that when I was young, but I did more as an adult, because sometimes I would get like phrases that would come into my mind, or thoughts or visions, and I would write them down. A lot of my poetry I've written has come like that. So okay, so when you experience 1111, do the above meditation. Then write the date in your 1111 section. Under this, draw or write about what your 1111 experience felt like and any messages you received. Remember, we are all intuitive, so we will all get some type of message, okay? Every 1111 encounter will be different, depending on your situation and the energy of beliefs and ideas you have active in your awareness or running in the background. Okay, so that's that card. Once again, I will show it. This is remembrance. Okay, remembrance. Okay. I'm going to put it down on here in the order I received them. At the end, I don't know if I can, I'm going to try to see if I can show you what it looks like all together. It's quite beautiful. I'll see if I can do that. Okay, so the next card, whispers. Okay, whispers from the divine, from your own soul, your own heart, your own light. Okay, the universe, the one source, one force, our celestial friends. Look at the let's see if I can try to get it to focus more. Let's see, there's like a DNA looking, it's too blurry. You see that right there? Coming down out of that light. Okay, whispers. Okay. Whispers. Tune into your soul voice. Okay. So your mind and heart are expanding to hear your soul whispers. You are or will soon find it easier to interpret and understand the vibes of your soul through how you feel. Open the door to soul whispers by feeling appreciative. Close the door by feeling judgmental. Okay, this is how we grow. This is how we expand. This is how we raise up our level, our vibrational level, our collective level energy to expand to the expansion, to move forward where we want to be, where we want to go. Okay. You are or will soon find it easier to interpret and understand the vibes of your soul through how you feel. Open the door to soul whispers by feeling appreciative. Close the door by feeling judgmental. The messages are truly and always there, even if you are not receiving them. You may not be aware, but they are there. Okay, practice feeling soul vibes to clarify your intuition and psychic senses. Okay, just like we know a dog can hear sounds we can't, your intuition interprets waves and impulses outside of your conscious awareness. That's the part about being in meditation and having that other level of consciousness. We still hear it, even when we're sleeping. We have dreams we don't always remember. Okay, but we still got a message. And even if we get messages from our loved ones or spirit guides, your angels, one source, one force, whatever. We still have that. We hold on to that. We still hear it on some level. Okay. This card is also prompting you to take notice of your dreams. When you are asleep, you cease conscious thoughts and resistance, making it easier for you to receive soul transmissions. Okay? If you embrace the messages that come through your dreams, you will invite more of the same. If you don't like a dream, set it as a sign to shift your focus or change a belief. Okay? Now here's the meditation part for this card. Place your hand on the card. Again, I'll show you the card in case you want to screenshot it. This is the full view, and that's a closer view. Okay? Gently close your eyes. Slow your breathing and ask to tune in to the subtle whispers of your soul. Think of your breath as a conduit for these subtle sounds. Take 3 long, deep breaths. Imagine your inner world becoming an amphitheater, okay? A beautiful sacred space that translates soul whispers into worlds and thoughts. Stand in the middle of your amphitheater, close your eyes, and open your heart to the light waves and resonance. Feel them as vibrations of love coming to yourself, okay, and from divine source. Okay, and just feel that. Okay, relish this wonderful feeling and open your heart even further to feel the love of all. Okay, allow words, thoughts, and stories to form in your mind. They might seem insignificant, but know they are leading you to something meaningful and satisfying. So just go with it. Stay here for at least 1 minute. When you feel ready, focus on your physical body and gently move from your inner arena into the fantastic theater of your physical life with open eyes and ears. Okay? So the next part is inspired reflections and actions. Research and listen to brainwave entertainment meditation music. That's up to you if you want to do that. Use it as an addition to your regular meditation practice to help expand your inner world and soul connection. You can listen to any music really that you, some people have certain types of music that they listen to. I would go with whatever calls to you. Okay, stretch your hearing by actively listening. Be fully present as you listen to others without judgment. Okay, when you are listening, resist the urge to jump in with an answer. Okay, active listening. Before going to sleep, place a small amethyst crystal if you have one. If not, it may be helpful to get. Amethyst is a great stone, great crystal. In the middle of your forehead for 2 minutes and ask for insight to come through your dreams. Then place the crystal near the bed. Now, journal work. And crystals, amethysts are very good protection crystals as well. So, journal work. Every day for 3 days, record 3 things that you hear for the first time. Oh, that's interesting. It could be just silence. If you have any dreams, draw or write about them too. There's no need to give them meaning, just record them. You'd be surprised at the end of this whole thing, or at the end of a certain amount of time, if you take a peek back, or when the journal is full and you have to start a new one, you'd be surprised how those things can come together and kind of build a puzzle. Okay, here's that card again. Whispers. I'm trying to get it as clear as possible. Today, for some reason, this phone is... I think that's the best we're going to get. Okay. I'm so done with this cough, I can't tell you. Okay, so the next card is Insight, which is kind of a meditative state, isn't it? And look at how activating. You could look at it as chakras, but it's your inner soul that's illuminated. It's being open to receiving messages, guided, you know, angelic, divine, from the cosmos, galaxies, one source, one force, our celestial friends, all of that. Okay? So insight. Refine your psychic senses. You are or about to see further, higher, and deeper through space and time. And as you can see, that's certainly what's going on there. Okay? Definitely. Your psychic skills are expanding and seeing through the lens of your soul. Hone your abilities by reading about or doing a workshop on intuitive development. Totally, again, up to you. Up to you, okay? But it can't hurt. You know, some people really love it. Okay. We are all psychic. It is a part of who we are. It's one of the gifts we're born with. It's really kind of a survival mechanism and an innate on that level. But we have thrust this ability into the background in favor of other senses. You know, all the stuff going on around in our lives, in our personal lives, as well as the world. Forgetting about that part, that ability you have. Okay. Okay, so problems occur when we keep looking at the manifested world for proof of our worth. Not this world right now. So we want to look above, forward, the beauty that's to come. Again, cobblestone road. I've mentioned it many times. We're going to have to go over that first before smooth sailing, but we will get there. Okay? So, don't look at the world for proof of your worth. That's in here. Listen to your soul. Listen to your heart. Okay? You're worthy because you are here. There is nothing to prove. We all are here for a reason. We have purpose. Okay? We are part of the enormous collective. Okay? No one is too small in this world. You could become an intuitive reader if this is something you desire. If this really connects with you and comes through like that, go with it. Okay? So, it could also mean you are learning to trust what you feel, and the next steps to take will drop into your mind in the following days once you do this part here. Okay. I think that's it for that one. I know, we have to do the meditation. So, your third eye sits between your eyebrows. Okay, right around here. It sees what your physical eyes can't. Your physical eyes measure manifested reality, while your mystical eye observes inner vibrations and outer reality without judgment. It's all expansive, okay? Place a hand on the card. Again, here's the card. If you want to screenshot that. Slow your breathing and feel into your inner world, perhaps your heart, your belly, or very center of yourself. Here is a point of light that represents the qualities of your soul. Focus on this point of light and imagine it growing larger and larger in your inner world. Okay? Now direct your light to your third eye. Imagine you having curtains over your inner eye that you can open and close at will. See the curtains open, allow the light you are directing to flow into your third eye. Follow the light as it moves through the gateway of your inner knowing. Allow yourself to move deeper into your wisdom. Become peaceful and quiet. From this stillness, be open to the layers of wisdom that flow from your soul in this card. Stay here for at least 1 minute. When you feel ready, focus on your physical body and your breath, your soul wisdom into your life. Close the curtains over your third eye and open your physical eyes when you are ready. Okay? Some people really focus on the third eye, the chakras, all of that. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel, for me, the third eye more represents, well, I guess like it's saying in a way, your foresight, your ability to see through just the physical surroundings. Okay. Okay. So inspired reflections and actions. Join a local meditation group or psychic circle. Again, up to you. You will learn how to trust the insights and wisdom you receive. You can learn from yourself as well, but there's nothing wrong with taking classes and things like that, or joining other like minds. You know, if that helps you, if it brings you peace, go for it. When your phone rings, before you look at the caller, bring a name into your mind and see if it matches. I cannot even begin to tell you how many times I've done that. I've done it where I've picked up the phone and I'm holding the phone, not realizing I'm holding the phone, and then it rings in my hand. So, or I think of somebody's name comes into my mind, and next thing they're calling me. Okay. Before meditating, place a clear quartz crystal in the middle of your forehead for 2 minutes and ask for clarity about a justice. Now, the crystal things, they can be very helpful. I do recommend crystals, actually. I'm getting to get more involved with them and drawn to them, and a clear crystal quartz is a really good way to have that clarity. Okay, it's up to you if you want to do it or just imagine it. You can imagine it too. Okay, so journal work. Start a symbol dictionary in your journal. Write down any sign you may receive with a quick explanation of what it means to you. There are universal symbols like Om or Ankh that mean similar things around the world. But most symbols will be personal to you. And that's the beauty of it. It's building your own soul connection, your own symbolism. The colors mentioned before, it's creating a uniqueness just for you, which is kind of cool. It's beautiful. Okay, so For instance, if I see a snake, I know I am about to shed an old belief. I have no fear of snakes and see it as a positive sign that I am creating a path of my heart. For someone who is fearful of snakes, it might be a symbol of old fears that are still active in them. Now, this is all kind of symbolic for dreams, dream interpretations, things like that. I used to dream a lot about snakes, fish, insects, creatures like that. And I actually have a thing where if I have a dream and just say there were bees around me and I get stung by a bee, I wake up and I'm like, ah, because it never fails. Something happens, whether it's a medical thing, usually stuff like that, it's a medical thing, or I receive something in the mail that I've been dreading, or something happens. Sometimes it can be something in the world. I usually can tell if it's for me personally, or something more expansive, like something going down in the world, or from someone I know. But usually if I get bitten, cut by something, if I'm in a hospital and I'm getting a shot of something, that's definitely for me. And it never fails. I have noticed the pattern over the years, and every time I dream like that and I wake up, I'm like, son of a I'm like, well, it's like, and it never fails. But I try to not manifest that energy, okay, and try to heal it and send it away, and not hold on to that. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So again, that's the insight card. I don't know why this not really focusing well today. Okay, so now the next card. Beautiful, beautiful card is alignment. Alignment. That energy, that strength, well armed, the heart, the piercing, the wings, divine energy, divine information, stars. We're all star seeds connected to the outer realms. Okay? Alignment. A covenant of mind, body, and spirit. Aligning that. Your soul is your biggest fan. It knows the truth of you and loves you unconditionally. It is continuously streaming this information to you. To tune in, your mind, body, and spirit must all agree in the now. But you can focus on that and bring that together. It's something you feel. Okay? Do this by meditating. I was just going to go there. Focusing on your soul name, enjoying something you love, or having a nap. It is not up to your soul to zap you into alignment, okay? Its job is to maintain your soul station so you have a frequency to tune into. The nature of physical life is to create and expand, okay? Sometimes life experiences will pull you out of alignment. You know that, okay? We all been there, and yeah, especially now, right? So you can understand these experiences from a different angle. When you are out of alignment, you will be automatically asked questions and want to create something different. Through this process, you can gain clarity about your passions, okay? Being out of alignment can feel awful. It is easy to blame a person or situation when we feel bad, but instead of asking why something is happening, take a breath, return to the neutral, and ask what you can create from this situation. Okay, gain like control of that. See how you can change it, not outwardly, but you. Okay. Ask why something is happening. Take a breath, return to neutral, and ask what you can create from this situation. And remember, your soul is a consistent, loving home you can return to always. And I'm hearing something like like a docking port to show me. This is definitely this nice celestial connection there, cosmic connections. It's like a docking port that we can return home to our soul, to our place of peace. Okay, it's safe there and calming. Okay, and you can always return to that. Okay, so the meditation for this one: place a hand on the card. Again, here's the card. Okay, trying to get a good angle. There we go. I think that's the best we're gonna get. Okay, gently close your eyes and imagine the room is filling with light. Smoothly and easily breathe in love from higher dimensions, from your spirit guides, from your angels, from one source, one force, divine. Okay, imagine moving higher into the light of love, where you see your soul as a distant star. We are all star seeds. Okay, now imagine you are looking through a telescope. Line up your view until you see your soul star in the middle of your sight, and feel the sweet spot of the alignment. Now you're going to see that through your vision, through that intuitive light, to meditation, going outwardly and finding that, and as well as inward, where your heart and soul is. Line up your view until you see your soul star in the middle of your sight, and feel the sweet spot with alignment. Adjust and refocus until you hold an aligned position for at least 10 seconds. Breathe the feeling of being in alignment throughout your whole body. Imagine it feeling at peace and connected, and your energy flowing through it easily. Okay, that beautiful white light. So allow unconditional love and complete fullness to flood your entire being as you experience soul harmony. You now have broader awareness of your soul and purpose, because you're going to get information during this. You're going to feel it. You might go somewhere and see it, understand it. Okay? So allow unconditionally love, complete fullness to flood your entire being as you experience soul harmony. You now have broader awareness of your soul and purpose. Float in this enlightenment for at least 30 seconds. When you feel ready, focus on the alignment within your physical body. Open your eyes and smile. Okay. I didn't want to press the wrong button there to come back. I had to pause for a second. Okay, so now we're going on to the inspired reflections and actions. Enlightenment or alignment is when your thoughts, words, and actions are in harmony. Okay? Practice unconditional love. If you notice someone is out of alignment, check that you are in alignment. Then send healing light from your heart to theirs, of course with their permission. Let go of any outcome. If you feel out of alignment, take a moment to realign and connect with your true self. You may have to break a conversation to do this. Okay, use your imagination here. I find the most comfortable way to tell others I am going to the toilet. Okay. Use your imagination. We're not following this word for word here, okay? Show others the shift in you. Lead by example. Well, that goes without saying. Let people see your light. Let them see your growth by really example, setting an example, letting them see it. They'll see it. If they have any level of insight themselves, they're going to see it. And they may see it and not realize what it is either. Okay, so journal work. Write down a list of images or words that automatically connect you to inspired, enlightened feelings you can recall anytime. When you focus on these words, you are aligning with your soul truth, with your soul's truth. When you are not in alignment, it is up to you to change that. Only you can realign yourself. Yes, but angelic help can also do that. Divine can help you, you know, your spirit guides, all of those things. But yes, ultimately you have to do the base of the work, okay? All right, so this is that card, alignment. Okay. So, oops, let me get there. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going by what I'm feeling should be the next one. There's 2 cards left. I'm also looking at the card. Hold on. I think I'm going to go with this one. It's kind of a tie of how I feel here energetically when I look at these cards. All right, I'm just going to pick this one. Let's just go with this one. The authentic truth. Okay? Authentic truth. Beautiful. That connection in every direction. The colors, purple, divine, beautiful light. Okay? Discover your truth and let others find theirs. You can't help others find theirs. You first have to find yours. Okay? The truth will set you free, as they say. So long as you recognize there is more than one truth, that the answers you seek exist beyond the beliefs you hold now. It's about development, that expansion, growth, of finding those answers, the truths about yourself, about your soul, your heart, about the collective, okay? The universe. Okay. There are many truths in this world. You don't have to believe them all, Just focus on what resonates with you. That's how you know what you're drawn to is what you're supposed to connect with. Okay? If you must convince yourself of your beliefs, they are not your truth. You can't force that. It's something that comes naturally, feels organic to you. Okay? Your truth will always fulfill and satisfy. It is unconditional, meaning conditions don't have to change for you to live and feel your truth. Your truth is different from others. There is no right or wrong, but there is cause and effect or action and reaction. Master yourself, not someone else's processes. When you change your beliefs, your life changes to match it. Okay? To do this, you must be aware of how you feel and practice focusing on what makes your heart sing, not shrink, but fill up, expand. Enlightenment. When you align with your truth, you will flow, feel excited, and believe in an authentic life is possible. If it is not your truth, you will resist. Naturally. You may not realize it, but you will. Find it hard to commit and feel indecisive to that if it does not align. Okay, the meditation. I guess this is all from the Soul Mastery class, it appears. Recognize your truth. The meditation. Place a hand on the card. Again, this is the card. Okay. Allow everything in the room to just be as you focus on your breath. An infinite stream of divine truth is always flowing to you. Gently close your eyes and allow it to enter your awareness. Imagine a point of light within your heart center. See it grow into a sacred flame. Feel its beautiful warmth send waves of joyous knowledge through you. This is your light of truth, a guiding presence, okay, that is always with you. This light knows you and is ever revealing your truth and essence to you. Rest in this place for at least 30 seconds. Breathe your light into the world to activate and inspire more profound truths for you and others. When you feel ready, focus on your physical body and breathe and open your eyes and smile. Let that energy, embrace you. Okay, so the next is inspired reflections and actions. Be aware of your feelings. Notice how it feels to be angry, loving, or hurt. As you move through the day, notice what gives you a glow of happiness. Do things that feel truthful. If there is something you don't want to do, and you must do it, find a way to connect it to your truth. That's a good point. Because sometimes, we have things that we have to do that we can't get around it. Okay, so there's a couple things this week I have to do, and I'm like, there's 3 of them on Tuesday alone. So I have to find a way, which I've been working on already, to find that peace within it and learn something from it. I guess that's the biggest part of it. And acceptance. Sometimes there's things you just have to do and find peace within it. Okay, so gently close your eyes and allow it to enter your awareness. Okay, that infinite stream of divine truth is always flowing to you. Gently close your eyes and allow it to enter your awareness. Imagine a point of light within your heart center. See it grow into a sacred flame. Just repeating that part. Feel its beautiful warmth. Send waves of joyous knowledge through you. Okay? This is your light of truth, a guiding presence that is always with you. This light knows you and is ever revealing your truth and essence to you. Rest in this place for at least 30 seconds. Breathe your light into the world to activate and inspire more profound truths for you and others. Spread that joy, the light. Okay, spread that. When you feel ready, focus on your physical body, breathe, and open your eyes, and of course, smile. Okay? So the next is inspired reflections and actions connected to this card. Be aware of your feelings. Notice how it feels. Again, going back to that, angry, loving, or hurt. As you move through your day, notice what gives you a glow of happiness. Hold on to that. Okay, for as long as you can. Do things that feel truthful. If there is something you don't want to do, you must do. Again, going back to that. Find a way to connect it to your truth. Why is it that I have to do this? If you think about it and it's something that even though you may not want to do it, but in the long run it's going to help you, just embrace that part of it. Okay? Find a way that doesn't feel like a compromise, especially if it's something that's going to improve your life in the long run. It shouldn't feel like a compromise, although it may be difficult in the moment, but remember that this is going to help me in the long run. Okay? If you are not okay with the compromise, it may breed resentment and become a poison to you. Very dramatic here. Okay? Again, take what resonates. They went a little overboard here. Journal work. Picture yourself living your truth and not compromising. Write down these words that represent your truth and another 3 words that represent freedom. Okay, I focus on that. So the last card is awakening. Look, did you see that? Okay, so do you see that pulsating, or is that just me? All of this whole area right here is pulsating. Let's see if I can. Yeah, it did. I saw it. Oh, right there. Some of it right there. Right here. Also. Wow. Awakening. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful card. Okay. All right. Awakening. Wisdom emerges through everyday experience. You are about to experience an aha moment. This will come as a feeling of deep truth. Oh, God, help me. I almost said something. Okay. Alrighty. Start over as I'm blushing. Wow. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. I am such a knucklehead sometimes. Okay, so you are about to experience an aha moment. This will come as a feeling of deep truth. I emphasize that seemed to have slipped your mind. You have often thought there must be, I can't with myself sometimes. You have often thought There must be another way to experience and live this life. And you are about to discover it. You are opening your heart and mind to full, authentic you. Time-honored ways that have worked in the past are no longer bringing the results you desire and may have become obstacles to your dreams. Beliefs become intermingled with everyday processes and who we think we are. Okay, I can't speak now. And who we think we are. No wonder it can seem, I have to learn how to edit this stuff. Okay, so no wonder it can seem hard to let them go. When you rouse from the slumber of conformity, you awaken into the same world, but through the eyes of soul love. You can see beyond fear to the creative possibilities that are everywhere. Relax and enjoy this time. It is your natural evolution, your natural growth. Okay, so here's the meditation. Place a hand on the card. Okay, here's the card. That beautiful, beautiful card, Awakening. Okay. This action energetically connects you with the vibrations of your soul. Slow your breathing and say to yourself, I am open to and trust my soul's guidance. Allow yourself to feel calm and empowered. Feel into your heart for the key from the soul name meditation. And take yourself to the doorway of your sacred soul space. Unlock that door. Notice your soul name on the door. Okay? Has it changed? Float into your soul's sacred space as intense, loving light envelopes you and introduces itself as your soul. So you're connecting with your soul here. That's the whole purpose of all of this. Allow your soul to move through your body and mind so you can accept and trust its messages without resistance. Let every part of you open to your soul and relax in its presence. You have just come home to the absolute fulfillment and fullness and beauty of you. A smile erupts within you and your whole being beams. Everything feels amazing and perfect. Come to this place as often as you can. Meditate daily and be with your soul. Stay here for at least 30 seconds. When you feel ready, breathe deeply in and out and come back to your physical awareness and see the world through newly awakened eyes because you have met your soul. You have connected with your soul. Okay, the inspired reflections and actions. Nourish your mind and body with the wisdom of your soul by taking deep breaths as often as you like. Close your eyes and smile for a few moments every hour as you enjoy connecting with your soul. Recognize that the same life force flowing through you flows through all of life. We are all connected. Okay? So now the journal work for 7 consecutive days. Write or draw one new thing you learned about yourself that day. That's a big one. That one I definitely suggest, because if you do that, just say you do this for like a year straight, wow, the things you're going to discover about yourself. It's going to tell a story. It's like pieces to a puzzle, okay, that will connect with you. And when you read it back to yourself, you will also discover things about yourself that you didn't know, you weren't aware of. And it's also going to help you see the areas that you could work on to elevate yourself. okay? To make yourself connect more with not just your soul, but the world in general. That expansion. I really like that last one there. Okay, so now let me see if I can, I don't know if you can let me just see here. If you can kind of, here, hold on. Let's see if you can, I don't know if I'm over it, under it, whatever, but you can kind of see that right there. Okay, that's the way the cards came out. Sorry. You're gonna need a Dramamine. It's not unfinished. Those are the way the cards came out. Okay, so let me just see something, because there was another deck and it's already an hour and 10 minutes, so I'm just gonna see whatever card falls out of this other deck and just look at that. Okay, and we can end it there and see. Oh, the sun's out today. Okay, which is nice. It was really cloudy and funky before. It's very humid though. Yeah, it's very humid from the way it's for like days now. Can't seem to get away from the humidity. Anyway, so not that you need to know my weather. So don't mind me. All right, let me reach for this. Okay, this is the Path of Light. Okay, let me just see if there's a card that falls out and what we can get from just looking at the one card. Some of them just have almost a sentence or a word or something on them, but the picture is what I guess as an artist I see things just looking at that. But let's just see if anything comes out here. What is this? Okay. I think this kind of goes a little bit with what we were just saying. Wow. Isn't it beautiful? Okay. Hold on. Seeing if anything else. Okay, I'm gonna keep it right here. Okay, I said one card. You know not to go for that by now, right? It's just like I said, I'll keep it a quick reading. I can't help it. It's what comes out. So, all right. So the first card is Surrender. The way I feel about this is what I'm getting is surrender that which isn't working for us. But surrender not giving into that energy, but more like getting rid of it, recognizing it and releasing it. Okay, is what I'm getting. Recognizing that, surrender to that it's not working, but there's always hope. Look at the beautiful light up here. These look like, I know they're supposed to be like clouds or something, but there's light in there, here, yeah, and this beautiful light here. So surrender what's not working, but even the colors, the beautiful blue all around it. Okay, this peachy color in here, God's force, or the one source, one force, the divine reaching out through this kind of archway there. All right, so the next card kind of fits about the whole meditation thing, the repetitive of something that fits you when you're starting to write that journal. If you want to go through this whole process, it's totally up to you. Remember seeing colors, merging them together and coming out with your own new unique color just for you, for your soul, the color that matches your soul. Okay, so here we are, mantra. Okay, mantra. So finding that phrasing or those words, colors, whatever, and doing that on a daily basis helps to center and ground you. That's the feeling I'm getting when I'm looking at this card. Okay, so this kind of next card expands on that. So the one and the many. Okay, so yes, the one, you, but connecting to the many. We are all connected to everything. Okay, not just us, but all of us. Okay, reaching up. So connecting to the one, yourself. Okay, working on yourself first. Always talking about loving yourself first. Okay, using that example I used the other day about healing yourself first, taking care of yourself first. Like if we were in a plane and something's happening and the oxygen mask come down, grab the oxygen yourself first. It's not selfish. It's so you can stay alive to help the others around you. Okay? The one and then the many. Okay? And the last one is just beautiful. Divine will. Okay? Divine will. Look at the beauty of that. The water, reflections. We are all reflections and ripples in time, going through other realms, following a path. Okay? Connecting with beauty. All of this. Fluidity with the water. Okay? This, to me now, I see stuff all the time when I look at cards. But doesn't this... Let's see if I can get it clear enough. Darn thing. Let's see. Maybe that's enough. It looks like a being here. A form standing there. Let's see. It almost looks like things on my painting sometimes when I see stuff that comes through when I'm painting. But divine will, following the will, your life's will, divine will, your soul's connection to that, your purpose here is what I'm getting. Your uniqueness, your role in this lifetime, as well as carrying from other lifetimes and then moving forward to the next lifetime. Living in the present, okay? Releasing the past of this lifetime, especially things that don't serve us, okay? Releasing that, moving forward with the things that do in this lifetime, in preparation for the big shift that's coming, the reveal that's coming. Okay, that's how they've always described it to me. Going back as far as I can remember, I heard that word reveal coming from celestial beings, aliens, some people ETs, whatever you want to call them. For me, it's celestial beings because it's more than just one. So, yeah, that connection to everything, to all of us, to every living thing. stars, planets, galaxies, everything. Divine will. Okay? Embracing that. Discovering it for yourself. And even the backs of these cards are really cool. Yeah, a lot of light and energy there. So that's kind of what I'm getting today. And as the messages and those cards were very interesting. And meditate, you know, it's up to you. It's just here as a suggestion, you know, as something that we can all do in our lives to help us find that peace, grace, get connected with our own soul, our own being, our own life, as well as connected to others. Okay? So I'm a real person, and you know, I'm a straight shooter, so I say what comes to me. I always, when I do personal readings, I let people know I say what I get, good, bad, or ugly. You know, if they don't want that, then they can go to read with someone else or whatever. But I'm the type that believes if I get something, I'm supposed to say it. It's the way of saying things that matters. Okay? So I just felt like the need to say that. I will always be honest. I will always honor what I do, what I say, what I'm getting. And, you know, I don't need to grab onto what others are doing. I'm here doing my own thing. I just want to help others. I want to connect with people. I want to help people. My journey here has been about that. I had to experience a lot of things to get to where I am now, but that's okay, because they are what has made me or led to me to be the person that I am. Okay. I don't need people to approve of the way I read or anything like that. And I know you're probably wondering why I'm saying these things. Is I've learned some stuff. I'll just leave it there. So I'll always be true to myself, because I actually honor what I am doing. Okay? Yeah. I want to say more, but I'll leave it there. So with that said, embrace your soul. Find out more about your soul through meditation, quiet time, thought, all of that. Okay? Be peace with yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself first before you can love others. There's nothing wrong with trusting, and if it turns out that you think you shouldn't have, everything happens for a reason, and you had to learn something. I had to learn some things, and that's fine. That's okay. Move forward. Just move forward. That's what I'm doing. That's what I suggest you guys do. You know, in our lives, sometimes we get hurt. It's what's being a part of being a human being is. So, Love yourself. You are loved. Okay? We all have a purpose. We all have a purpose here. We all have a right to be here. We all have a right to be heard. Okay? And if people want to manipulate them, manipulate that, that's on them. Don't even give it any energy or time. Okay? They have to deal with that. So be true to yourself, and that's what matters, and that's what I do. I honor what I do. I cherish what I do. I am grateful to the universe for who I am, and what I do. Okay? You should be too. So, okay. With that said, thank you for listening. I know it's a long one. And just know that I love you. This is always going to be a safe place for you. Okay? Just know that. You will always get honesty from me. And honor. So, loyalty. Very important. To keep your word. So, okay. You have a rest of a beautiful Sunday, and I will be seeing you soon. I think the next I will be doing, I think, is with Judy, and then with Kyle and Jackie. We're gonna separately, 2 separate things. I never bring my book in here. I'm just thinking about the message in the moment. But I think I will make a little list and try to post that if I can figure out how. So, anyway, alrighty. Take care of yourselves. Love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.